Namaskar. This is the story of Osama and little Kareem and the invisible victims of war being brutally conducted by the rogue state of Israel. The relevant links have been given in the description box. In the heart of the Gaza Strip, where every day is a struggle for survival, a young father named Osama Abu Nasser set out on what should have been a simple errand. Holding the hands of his 2-year-old son Kareem, they walked towards the Al-Maghazi area to buy basic supplies for their home. The peace of that walk was shattered by the sudden cold hum of a military drone and the sharp crackle of gunfire. In a moment of pure terror, Osama was forced at gunpoint to let go of his child's hand. He was ordered to walk toward a military checkpoint for interrogation, leaving his tiny, helpless toddler alone. What followed were 10 hours of agony that no child should ever endure. While Osama was being questioned, his baby boy Kareem was held in a separate, terrifying reality. The Israeli forces allegedly tortured the child to coerce a confession from his father, and the story barely got any media coverage at all. When Kareem was finally released and returned to his mother's trembling arms, via the Red Crescent, the physical marks on his small body told a story of unimaginable cruelty. His mother, weeping in viral videos that shook the world, revealed that her baby had been used as a tool of psychological pressure against his father. Medical reports and testimonies confirmed that the toddler bore cigarette burns on his delicate skin and a deep, agonizing wound in his leg caused by a metal nail. The image of little Kareem, eyes swollen from hours of crying, his small legs marked by wounds, became a haunting symbol of stolen innocence. Today, Kareem is back with his mother, but the trauma remains etched in his eyes. Meanwhile, his father, Osama, remains in detention, separated from the son he tried so hard to protect. How do you explain to a 2-year-old why his father had to let go? How do you heal the wounds that weren't just on his skin, but on his soul? And what about Tamim Daoud? 5-year-old Tamim Daoud filled his home with vitality and happiness. He suffered from heart disease and needed special care, but his heart could not withstand the seismic frequencies of the violent Israeli bombing that targeted the building next to their home in the Al-Rimal neighborhood of Gaza City. During the intensification of the air raids and the occurrence of huge and successive explosions in the buildings adjacent to Tamim's house, he suffered a severe panic attack. It was a very violent physical response due to a sudden and huge rise in the levels of adrenaline in his blood, and something like paralysis occurred in the heart muscle. Tamim was taken to the intensive care unit at the hospital, and the doctors tried desperately to revive his young heart, which ultimately gave out. He passed away with a body completely free of shrapnel wounds but shattered inside by fear. The death of Tamim confirms the theory of acute cardiac stress caused by war, as children's nervous systems lack sufficient filters to cope with sudden threats, leading to a hormonal surge that can stop the heart muscle. Nearby shelling doesn't just kill with stones and shrapnel. It also kills with atmospheric pressure and frequencies that shake children's chests, potentially causing cardiac arrhythmias. Tamim's story reminds us that the victims of war are not only those struck by shells but also those whose hearts are broken by sheer terror. The wars are leaving children like Tamim even more vulnerable when the sudden surge of adrenaline and atmospheric pressure from nearby explosions strikes. His death was the tragic intersection of a sudden shock and a long-standing deprivation. In such conflict zones, chronic malnutrition and severe iron deficiency anemia force a child's heart to work twice as hard to circulate oxygen through the body, which can lead to an enlargement of the heart muscle. And a very different kind of suffering is ongoing in India too. But I will talk about it in some future Yadon Ka Pulanda. Please like, share and subscribe if you like the content of my videos. Namaskar.